Democrats hope tonight will reignite a movement as former President Barack Obama addresses this arena not far from where he delivered his own historic victory speech nearly 16 years ago. Good evening, I'm Norah O'Donnell, and thank you for being with us on day 2 of the Democratic National Convention. The former president will give the keynote address tonight in hopes of recapturing the magic of his own campaign for another historic nominee, Vice President Kamala Harris. Former First Lady Michelle Obama will also take the stage. When endorsing the vice president, Mrs. Obama will say that Harris has the vision, character, and strength that's needed at this critical time. And in an unusual move, Kamala Harris and running mate Governor Tim Walz will not be here tonight. They'll actually be at a rally nearby in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Former President Donald Trump is also here in the Midwest, visiting the battleground state of Michigan in hopes of making a dent in the Democrats' so-called blue wall. CBS's Ed O'Keefe is following it all and is here to start us off tonight. Good evening, Ed.
Good evening, Nora. As the convention is just getting underway, Democrats are preparing to formally name Vice President Harris as their nominee. And they're feeling increasingly optimistic about their chances this November, which is why they're excited to hear tonight from another leader who once gave them hope. Tonight, the Democratic Party faithful will put Kamala Harris over the top as every state delegation declares their support for the nominee.
This November, we will come together and declare with one voice, as one people, we are moving forward.
Harris plans to accept the nomination not here in Chicago, but 90 minutes north in the largest city in a critical battleground state, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. CBS's Weijia Zhang is there.
The stage is set here at Pfizer Forum Arena, where Vice President Harris will rally with thousands of supporters tonight, many of whom have been waiting in line since this morning. And it is the same place where former President Trump accepted the Republican nomination last month. Harris aides are confident she will pack the room. Trump may be tempted to compare tonight's crowd size to the one at his own convention speech. Harris will contrast the two campaigns' approaches and appeal to voters in Wisconsin, where Biden won in 2020 by just over 20,000 votes.
In another Midwestern battleground state, Michigan, Trump continued trying to draw attention away from Democrats.
She's a Marxist communist person, and we're not ready for a communist president, okay? We're not ready for it.
Back here in Chicago, two famous Windy City residents, Barack and Michelle Obama, are set to headline the night. The former president hoping to inject some of the energy from his 2008 run into Harris's Quick Start campaign.
It's time for us to change America.
One of his campaign volunteers that year was Harris herself, then the San Francisco district attorney. Obama's speech tonight may mirror the one 8 years ago. He tried to help elect another woman to the White House and warned against the dangers of Trump.
America is already great. Our strength, our greatness, does not depend on Donald Trump.
Senior Harris campaign advisor Adrian Elrod spoke with Norah on the convention floor during rehearsals this afternoon.
What will former President Obama say about Vice President Kamala Harris?
They've been friends for a long time, going back to her days as Attorney General of California. They have a very deep relationship. She actually spoke at one of his conventions. So, you know, the bond and the friendship between the two of them is huge. And of course, look, you can't deny the fact that the 2008 campaign, that was a real election about hope and change. That was the theme of that election. There are a lot of similarities to, I think, the way people were feeling in 2008, how they're feeling now.
What can the Obamas do in terms of crystallizing the message about this election and the importance of it?
Well, look, they're the two most popular surrogates in the Democratic Party, or two of the most popular surrogates, I should say, are President Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama. That's just the bottom line. They have an ability to connect with the American people, and that's something that President Obama does better than just about anybody else in our party.
One other thing we'll be watching for tonight, what does President Obama say about his one-time running mate, now President Biden, given that Obama was among the top party leaders who at least didn't stop the conversations about having Biden step aside. Norah?
Ed O'Keefe with us here at the convention. Ed, thank you so much.